On today's Chiefs Report, we have some training camp news and updates. Patrick Mahomes had a strong day, an interesting offensive line wrinkle, and is this rookie set to have a bigger role than expected? All that coming up here on today's show. But I want to challenge you guys first. The most likes we got in a show last week was 606. Good number. Can we top that today? Can we get 700 likes on today's show? If you want to support the program and enjoy a little competition and just love the Chiefs, hit that like button. Let's get 700 plus. Let's jump into today's show. I'm Harrison Graham, and today's Chiefs Report is presented by Roan. Upgrade your wardrobe today with Roan. Code Chat Sports gets you 20% off. Rocking one of the polos right here. Go check it out, roan.com/chatsports. All right, let's start with the quarterback. Patrick Mahomes just had an absolutely fantastic day. He was on fire. Big play after big play. You see the flame coming out of the football. Shout out producer Joey for that edit there. But it's just, even when you think this guy, and I know one practice doesn't mean a ton, but even when you think this guy is already the greatest, like he just continues to work on his craft and improve and just has these strong days, which is just exciting to see. Adam Teicher tweeting this out, that Mahomes has always liked to throw downfield at camp, but I don't recall him doing it as often as this year. He hit on a number of them today, including plays to Hollywood and Rice. Missed on a couple too, but the intent appears clear, and you look at some of the highlights from today. Hits a 50-yard bomb to Rashee Rice, who wasn't much of a vertical threat downfield, so if he can add that to his arsenal, that makes him a true number one receiver. Marquise Brown taking the top off as well. We know he can do that. Little no-looker to Nikko Remigio as well. Had some scramble plays where he made some completions, dropped a dime to Wiley. He just had the full arsenal going. And look, it's Mahomes. Nothing should surprise us at this point, but you still love to see it. And I think that the key of this that Teicher made the point of is the intent. We talked about it in OTAs. We talked about it in minicamp as well. They are making it apparent that they want to bring the deep ball back to this offense. And look, last year, the end result was awesome, and it doesn't really matter how you get there if you win the Super Bowl. But the Chiefs, I think, self-recognize hey, we got hot at the right time. Awesome, we won the bowl, but we had a bit of a down year offensively, and Patrick Mahomes would tell you he didn't have his best season. I mean, the numbers will tell you that. Now, the Chiefs led the league in drops, and they had issues all over the place, and this was still a good season by most measures, but not compared to what he did the year before when he won the MVP in 2022, his second of which I think he's looking for a third one this year. So if this offense truly can bring the deep ball back, if this isn't a fluke, which doesn't appear to be, you bring in two speedsters, if Rice can add that to his game, again, I'm going to continue to say, I don't know how you stop this offense if this team's able to challenge teams downfield, which they really haven't been able to the last couple of years. Again, double down, hit that like button if you are trying to see Patrick Mahomes win MVP this year, shooting for 700 likes on today's show. I like what I'm seeing, and hopefully you do too. Okay, before we get to the next story, a little bit more on our sponsor, Roan, as the commuter collection from Roan is really the best combination of clothing products that you can find because not only do they have a clean, classic look, but it's comfortable. Their four-way stretch fabric on all of their clothing items is absolutely fantastic, whether it's their golf polos, their slacks. They now have a blazer you can get as well. They're going to have you fitted for every situation. You're going out for happy hour, hey, you can go a little bit more casual with their short sleeve polos, their tees, their shorts. If you have a big important business meeting to attend to, you can get fitted up as well in that regard. Throw one of their blazers on top. You're going to be looking nice and fresh, but looking good's the easy part. Plenty of clothing companies have done that. Comfort is key, and that is what Roan has provided. Four-way stretch fabric. That is something that they offer, and I think my favorite part about Roan is not only are you going to save money with our deal, code ChatSports, 20% off at roan.com/chatsports, but these clothes are machine washable. You're going to save money in the long run by not having to go to the dry cleaner. So look no further, wait no longer. Get started with Roan today. Roan.com/chatsports, code ChatSports gets you 20% off. Again, RHONE.com/chatsports. Link is in the comments and description. Let's keep it rolling here. Nate Taylor saying, here's the first bit of depth chart news at Chiefs practice today. Lucas Niang is with the projected starters at left guard next to Wanya Morris. It had been Mike Caliendo as Joe Thuney has been out on the PUP list. This is an interesting wrinkle that I didn't really see coming. Now, Lucas Niang, who actually played at my alma mater, TCU, played mostly tackle in college, but I think he spent 1 year at guard, so he's got some experience there. They clearly don't love him as a left tackle option. Otherwise, I think he'd be getting some reps there with the Wanya Morris, Kingsley Suamataia thing, which we'll talk about in a second. But this is pretty interesting to try him at guard. It tells me a couple things. One, maybe they don't love how Caliendo's playing. But two, Niang, former third-round pick, let's try to find him some value somewhere, see if he's worthy of keeping on this roster. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on this one as training camp progresses, especially if Thuney continues to remain out. Matt Derrick added this note as well that worth noting today after sharing left tackle snaps the past two practices, Wanya Morris took all the first-team reps and Kingsley Suamataia took all the second-team reps. Mike Caliendo took the second-team guard reps behind Niang. So a couple of shifts there. Morris taking all the reps at left tackle, Niang plugging in there at left guard over Mike Caliendo. We'll see if tomorrow Suamataia gets all the reps. Maybe they'll alternate that way instead of kind of splitting within a practice. But you would say, at least on some level, that Morris has separated a little bit early on in camp. But again, keywords early on. Haven't even gotten to August yet. Haven't played a preseason game yet. Pads aren't even on yet, which that's when you really judge offensive line play. But still time for Suamataia there. With Lucas Niang, who, again, former third-round pick, took the COVID opt-out his rookie year, which I think was a mistake for him. Probably set back his development a little bit. Played pretty well in 21 before getting hurt and just hasn't really been a full-time starter since. Last year, it's hard to take away a ton from these PFF grades with just 59 snaps. But, again, I think they're trying to find value here with him, and you'd like him to be the answer and be a confident backup to Joe Thuney because he plays a critical position at that left guard spot considering you're going to be dealing with a young left tackle. So maybe Niang's the answer there. If not, you do wonder maybe they add guard depth if Joe Thuney's not ready for week one. Nick Allegretti was a big loss in free agency, man. Like he started the Super Bowl and played well when Thuney was out. So that was not something to scoff at, and the Chiefs are clearly trying to work through their options to see who can play there if Thuney's not ready to rock and roll. As far as left tackle goes, who do you guys think gets the nod over there? Type WM for Wanya Morris or KS for Kingsley Suamataia. You'd have to give Morris the edge right now. It would indicate that in practice so far, and just him being a year older and in this offense and playing some last year, I would have to lean Wanya Morris. Let's talk about a potential rookie breakout. Jaden Hicks is apparently showing some good things. Spags pointing to the versatility he's shown in this camp. Here's more from him talking about the rookie safety, saying one thing that sticks out about Jaden is he's tall and long, and yeah, he's playing a bunch of different positions. I mean, Justin Reid, we're not going to have for a little bit here, so it's a blessing and a curse, right? Reid doesn't get the reps, but somebody else gets those reps, and right now it's Jaden that's benefiting. And I kind of mentioned that the other day. Like, look, you want Justin Reid out there, you probably need him come regular season, but let's get this rook some reps, man. Justin Reid's going to be fine. If he misses a few weeks of training camp, that's not going to make or break his season. And for Hicks, it's like opportunity knocks. You gotta kick that door in, right? And he's that third safety in this defensive scheme. That's a big role. We've seen in recent years Spags deploys 3 safety combinations all the time, and that's what I liked about him coming out is how he can do some different things. He's not a great cover guy, but he's a hard hitter. He can play in the box. He can be an extra linebacker if you want him to. Can hold his own against tight ends in coverage as well. So we'll see where he kind of figures into this whole thing. But certainly getting an opportunity right now to show what he can do. And it could be something that really pays off for this team in the long run. Say if mid-season he needs to step in and play more. Those reps in training camp with the ones certainly help prepare him for those opportunities. Will Jaden Hicks be the best rookie from this class? That would be a leap. Type Y for yes, type in for no. Hard to say that with what we've seen from guys like Xavier Worthy, and I'm pretty high on Jared Wiley also. But listen, Hicks is talented. Some people thought he'd go second round. He fell to the 4th, so I certainly wouldn't rule out that possibility. It's going to do it for today's Chiefs Report. Be sure to subscribe and also like the video if you want more Chiefs coverage. Until next time, go Chiefs.